Barton FM, following Barton Town. Sport on Barton FM is sponsored by Easy Buy.
Welcome to Swans Talk with me, Richard Watts. We now join Trevor Richins, who's talking to Nathan Jarman.
Once again, it's training night down at the Baysgar School, which is Barton Town's training ground. Players all down here, having a bit of a warm-up at the moment, but we'll try and get a word with Nathan Jarman before they get into their full training routine. Weekend we've got Penistone match coming up in the league, and then we have the League Cup away against Sharbock Town, so we'll have a word with Nathan, ask him about those. Good evening, Nathan.
Hi, Trev.
Well, at least it's stopped raining.
Yeah.
So we've got a little bit of mist on the pitch.
Yeah, it's not bad though. It's quite a mild night, I think.
Yeah. I think we might be lucky at the weekend. Was down at the pitch at 12:30 today. Looked okay, but that was before we had the rain this afternoon. Yeah,
I think we're quite optimistic about it. From what it was at the start of the week, where it was, completely covered in water like a lake. But yeah, is what it is. I think quite a lot of people are in the same boat. It's there's been quite a heavy downpour throughout our region. Tadcaster, yeah.
Really bad.
But yeah, we're hopeful. We're geared up for it being on. Yeah.
Right. So that's Penistone.
Yep.
So last time we played was just over a week ago. Does that affect how you've been doing things? Did you get the guys out training on the weekends, or?
Nah, they
had no game, did we? Saturday?
No, but they'll look after themselves. Okay. But yeah, we didn't have a game, and then we were planning as if we had a game, and then when we heard that the river was gonna go, we knew the game was gonna be off. So the lads look after themselves, and then in tonight for quite a tough one, but not too bad, and then ready for Saturday.
Deep in Rangers last Tuesday.
Yep.
So 2-2 draw, win on penalties.
Yep.
Muzzy stepped up, saved them.
Yeah.
Which sort of gave us a bit of the edge.
Yeah.
And then of course they put one hit the crossbar.
Yeah.
So that was a good win, and we go on to Lincoln United.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember when the actual date is. I know it's been announced sometime in November, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember which day it is in November, but I was delighted to get through. It was a good game. I do think we had the better of it though. We had plenty of chances. I thought they was all right to start with, and then we exerted our dominance kind of thing. Disappointing to get pegged back twice, but the first one, I mean, we hadn't had the VO because the VO crashed, so we haven't been able to see it back. But from where I was, 99 times out of 100, it's a foul on the goalkeeper. Any sort of challenge that knocks the keeper over, you get a free kick. And the second one, I said to Scott after the game, he should have done better. He let him come inside too easy. And fair enough, it's a good strike in the far corner. But yeah, it was just nice. I know Matty got his first goal, big long cross, looped over the keeper, and then obviously Tom as well. So yeah, nice to get through. I thought our penalties were really, really good. Obviously, good composure. So yeah, I'm just delighted to get through.
And deep in play at the same sort of level as us, so it wasn't a one-sided game.
It's not like you're playing against a step seven side. They're the same step as us, and I think they were 9th or 8th in their league. So it's not like there were any mugs. They put 9 past someone the game before they played us. So it's we weren't playing a team that were I know I swore, but a team that weren't up to it kind of thing. So yeah, it was nice to get through.
And Lincoln United, we played them in pre-season, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, be a different game though. It's pre-season.
Squad. How are we stand with regards to squad? We've got some new faces coming in.
We've had a couple come in. We've had Tanza come back. Obviously, we registered Taz. I know we spoke about it, but he's gone to Fawn. I think he's dual regged. He did say to me that he was still not 100% on it. He wanted to play a bit. He wanted to get fit again because he hadn't played football for a year. He hadn't done any fitness or anything. And with him being self-employed now, he just wants to make sure he can still do it. So that's fine. But yeah, we've got a couple. We've got a young Charlie in. who was at Scunny's youth team. He's only 17, but Sam's still a little bit tender on his shin. Still tender.
Cable.
Yeah, Sam Cable, yeah. But other than that, I mean, you look here tonight, but numbers wise, I think Henry Cook's struggling with his knee. Did his knee against Deakin. Right. Other than that, we've got 16, 17 here training tonight, and a couple. We're numbers wise, we're all right. Obviously, we lost Scott to Winterton. Yeah. So we'll see how that affects us. But yeah, we are looking, and we've got 7 days in for a couple of players. We'll see.
Okay, thank you very much.
Cheers, Trev.
Cheers.
Thank you.
For the latest Barton Town news and information, visit the club's website at www.bartontownfc.co.uk.
Good evening, Lynn.
Evening, Trev.
So you've got an award from the Lincolnshire FA.
That's correct,
Positive
yes.
Environment of the Year.
Yes.
So what was this all about? You're going to say you don't know, aren't you?
I think it's about creating a positive environment, as the award says, for everybody that comes to both this football club and I also volunteer on a couple of other football-related things. So making sure that everybody has a positive experience when they come through the gates of either Barton Town or Barton Inclusive or the Women and Girls League.
Okay, so what's your role within the club, Barton Town?
Within this club, I'm Director of Women and Girls Football, I'm Welfare Officer, I'm Gatekeeper for first team games, I'm Barmaid, Snack Bar Assistant, I'm on the Board of Directors. If it needs doing, I'll do it.
Okay, so you obviously find it very rewarding to come down here and do stuff because you get involved in everything.
Very much so, yes.
So this Positive Environment Award, is this for your work within Barton Town, or is it all the clubs?
It's all the clubs.
Okay.
It's everything I do is Lincolnshire based.
Okay.
So 2 clubs in Barton and the league, obviously, which is Lincolnshire wide. That's what it recognises. I think it recognises that what I do for football as a whole in this area.
This is the Lincolnshire FA?
Yes.
Okay. So when did you find out about this? Did somebody nominate you or what?
Yeah, so I found out I was nominated a few months ago. And then never heard anything, so I assumed I hadn't won. I didn't win a national award, so I just assumed I hadn't won anything. And then I got an email a couple of weeks ago saying that I'd won the award for Lincolnshire, and invited to a posh dinner at the beginning of November.
Okay.
Where I get to take a friend as well.
Right.
So, yeah, it's very, very exciting.
Okay. So this is obviously the other clubs are also involved in the Lincolnshire FA. So you said it's Barton Inclusive.
Yes. Yeah.
And they play down here at the grounds, or do they play us up at Baysgarth
Barton Inclusive generally play at Baysgarth School.
Right.
The competitive matches are held elsewhere. So Barton Inclusive is a club, well, inclusive is the word. So we've got some pan-disability teams. We do teeny tots from the age of 2, Wildcats. We have an inclusive women's team, several inclusive men's teams, and we also run the walking football both for women and for mixed.
Okay.
So if you want to play football from the age of 2 to the age of 100, then we can cater to you.
That's pretty impressive.
It is.
A big range.
Yes.
And there's lots of people involved in the town doing
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
this, so everything's well supported.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't do what I do without a whole army of volunteers alongside me, both at Barton Town, as you know, because you volunteer here as well, Trev. So you know what's involved, but also Barton Inclusive and the league as well. We've got a whole army of volunteers there as well.
So does the Barton Inclusive Club play in leagues?
Some teams do, some teams don't. So some teams just play for fun, or they get involved in friendlies and festivals and things. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 teams that play competitively. We have a branch of Barton Inclusive that's based in Hull. So some of the teams that play competitively are Hull-based and some are Barton-based. Right. And they will play. It's normally one set of games a month, but they'll normally play 3 or 4 games on that game day.
Okay, so it's not So you actually get, as you say, 3 or 4 games in one day, so they're quite busy those days, but then you do nothing for a while.
Very much so, yeah. I mean, you say do nothing, but obviously they train every week, and they train every week, come rain or shine. There's no closed season, there's no off season. They just train every week.
Okay, so even during the summer when most professional football's halted.
Yep, even during the summer. Yep.
Okay, so that can be a bit arduous if the weather's hot.
It can be. It can also be a bit challenging if the weather's the other end of the spectrum. But a lot of the players that play for Barton Inclusive are neurodiverse, and having that routine and that structure really suits their lifestyles. And for some of them, it's the only respite that their parents get. Just that hour a week where they come and play football with us. It's the only time that their parents can actually properly relax and not have to be actually caring for their child. So we try to run it as often as we can without any breaks for those reasons.
Okay, thank you very much then.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
For the latest Barton Town news and information, visit the club's website at www.bartontownfc.co.uk.
That's it for this edition of Swans Talk. Thanks for listening.